Hi, my name is Melissa McGinnis, and I have a condition called Essential Tremor. And in January on the 3rd of 2025, I had a procedure called Focused Ultrasound by Inset Tech done on the right hand side of my body, so left hand brain. And it's worked fantastic. So this is my right hand now, and it has worked all through my body. So I did shake internally and externally, and then all over on both sides. And as you can see, the left side is still shaking and everywhere. But so just literally right down the center, I'm not shaking. Is where it stops, and it's really odd. If I get exhausted or too caffeinated or was recently sick, then it's like the shaking will pull over from the left side. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that will change once I have both sides done. If that would go away, I have no idea how that would work. So it'll be a surprise, but it will come back in if I'm exhausted or whatever. So, which is par for the course with essential tremor, which is definitely less having one side treated, which is fantastic. And then when I get both sides, we'll take a look at the differences then. So, excuse me. My before videos, video 6, I did a writing sample, and this one I'm not going to actually write for you. What I did is I actually found an old writing sample that I had done sometime when both sides of me shook, and you can see if you can read it. And then I wrote underneath the sample. So this was on a particularly bad day where writing was just not working out, and there's that. So what that says, you can see underneath the next line, BBC, okay, needs to verify the doctor is still on the list. And I'm adding words, these, because I did not write those. And you can see that it's legible and looks like decent enough penmanship. And then I just kind of continued and gave you more of a writing sample. So I typically don't use blue or black ink. This is shaking because I'm touching it with my left hand. And I should have written it on this little clipboard. I just used the clipboard to hold this up, but I should have used it to write because I poked a hole in the paper. So, but I wrote that I don't typically write in blue or black ink, so it was hard to find a pen that worked because I had a couple that stopped right there, and then one that didn't even work, so I couldn't use that. So, and I do like to write in red ink because it reminds me of my granny, because she used to write everything in red ink. And so I have about 362 red pens laying around everywhere, and they're full of ink and ready to go. So there's that, which is amazing because my writing has always been horrible ever since I learned to write. So I'm pretty impressed with myself. Sometimes when I write things, I'm just like, wow, that is beautiful. That is really just beautiful penmanship. So I'm not spectacular at the penmanship, but I'll write like a word or two that just look phenomenal, that I've never in my life written so well. So then I'm really impressed with myself. Probably that would have been better if I would have, I don't know, used the clipboard to write on instead of just kind of moving it around my desk and not really being effective in how I did that. So I'm not going to worry about it, because that would be ridiculous, but it's nicer, definitely, than anything that I've ever written in my life. So regardless of what kind of situation I was writing it in. So there's that, and that's fantastic. And then I don't know what else I wanted to share with you. I've tried to figure out how I can do both of my legs so that I can show you the shaking. I mean, it's really kind of like this, but it's just different. It's just weird. It's weird to me looking down. And I noticed it mostly like when I've got my legs propped up, and I tried to get in some poses like that where you could see it, and they're not decent enough to put on camera. It's not appropriate. So hopefully I can figure something out that can make it visible to anyone who kind of wants to see what that looks like. So and not just in my hands. So I don't know. I think it's interesting to look down and see one going and one stopped. It's just weird. Science is weird. All of it just strange, awesome experience. Oh, anyway, let's see if you're watching this and you have essential tremor. I definitely recommend looking into Focused Ultrasound because I am in love with the results, and I'm so glad that I did it. And I really sat on it for a long time because it's a big decision to make, and I really just wish I would have done it just as soon as they became available in Oklahoma. I'm glad I did it when I did it, and it all worked out how it was supposed to work out, and that's just the way that things go. So I'm not really feeling any kind of way about not doing it quick enough, but I'm glad I did it now. But I do think it is a huge decision for somebody to make, so I do hope that these videos are helpful to people who are in that same predicament. And if you're watching this and you know someone with essential tremor or movement disorder that could possibly be helped through this procedure, please definitely send them my link, this video, however you want to do that. And that's pretty much it for today. So love you and yours. Be good to each other. Be thoughtful and kind. Nice is a subjective concept, and as a society, I don't think we holistically know what that means. So, okay, yeah. We're not even going to talk about the justice system right now, but whatever. Some other things are going on in my head is just like, our justice system, blah, 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 blah. Because everything is just a joke. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So make sure you get the snarkiest, wittiest lawyer. That's what you're going to do. Okay. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day. Be kind, and I'll see you later once I figure out this leg thing. So, bye.